Coming up on Double Take Sports Talk, we will update you with headlines and news, matchups to start off the week in the NBA. That is next. All right, this is it. Double Take Sports Talk with the Watch Brothers. Thank you for tuning in. Darrell, on the opposite side, say hello to Darrell to everybody.
Hello, welcome to the show. We're here.
We're here. All right, man. You doing good, man? How you feeling?
Doing good, man.
Okay, man. We got some things that we need to cover here this week in the NBA. Man, you ready to rock this one?
Let's do it.
All right, man. Let's do it. Okay. First start of the NBA, our very, very first episode, Darren. All right. Of course, you doing okay? You feeling this NBA stuff now? Ready to transit a little bit?
Now that the NFL is done and I'm over the NFL now, I'm so totally over it. Now it's time to go to, one of the favorite sports that we always played. So let's do this basketball thing. Let's do it.
All right, let's do this. Okay. First up, we're gonna preview the Indiana Pacers and San Antonio Spurs game tonight. Now, with the Spurs and the Pacers, they are both coming off losses. San Antonio just came off a loss last night to the New York Knicks, or Saturday night. I can't remember which one it was. They came off a loss to the New York Knicks, and the Pacers just came off a loss to the Milwaukee Bucks, which was a 16-point blowout.
Okay, FYI.
Okay.
San Antonio, they came off their loss last night.
Last night. Okay,
yes, last night. Today is Monday, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
It's last night.
Yeah. All right. So with that being said, I know that everybody pretty much knows this, but the game has been moved up to 7 o'clock instead of 6. So just throwing it out there for everybody to know.
Any idea why they did that? Because I didn't even know.
I have no idea. I don't. I thought it always been a 7 o'clock game. But apparently there's a little note that says here that time change notices, and 2 of them are supposed to be time changes. I don't know what the other one is. I didn't look.
Okay.
And one of them was the Spurs and the Pacers, and that's going to be a 7 o'clock game.
Gotcha.
So with that being said, the Pacers are trying to bounce back from a 3-game losing skid. And, of course, the San Antonio Spurs, they're playing good basketball. It doesn't matter what they're trying to bounce back from. They just need redemption just from the loss.
Oh, yeah. Absolutely.
So, with that being said, for the report tonight of the injuries, we have Thaddeus Young. He's going to be questionable with a sprained left wrist. And for the Spurs, Pau Gasol is going to be out for tonight's game with a fracture. A left fourth metacarpal? I don't know, man. I don't know.
You know better than to ask me. I'm not no medical person.
I mean, I was just reading how I seen it, and it looks like it says left fourth metacarpal. That I think that sounds pretty reasonable to me.
I'm not on the same thing as you, so no.
That's okay. Yeah, don't even worry about it. It's all good. It's all good. Three-pointers is going to play a factor for San Antonio because last night Milwaukee, I think, busted 17 threes against the Pacers. So if San Antonio wants to win this game tonight, they're going to put up some threes. Pacers can't handle that. They're a good three-point shooting team. Last meeting was last year, March 7th of 2016. They had beat the San Antonio Spurs 99-91 at Bankers Life Fieldhouse. And at the time, entering that game, San Antonio had the second best record in NBA. They was 53-9, with a 35.4% shooting and 14% from downtown. And Monte Ellis had led all scorers with 26 points, went for 8 for 13 from the field, and he was 8 for 8 from the foul line. And then Paul George added 23 with 5 boards, and Miles Turner had 9 points and 10 boards coming off the bench. And then LaMarcus Aldridge had 23 points and 12 rebounds for San Antonio. Kawhi Leonard also added 23, and Patty Mills added 17 points.
That's coming off the bench, right?
Patty Mills, I believe, yes.
Yeah, if Tony Parker was playing.
Yeah, if Tony Parker was playing, yes, Patty Mills must have came off the bench.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay.
So with that being said, it is a 7 o'clock game. It's going to be on Fox Sports Indiana. And a couple things to note. With the next home win, the Pacers will clinch a winning record at home for the 28th straight season. The longest active streak in the NBA and 4th longest streak all time. Yeah. If you look confused, I see why.
I am confused. I am confused. I'm confused.
I'm very confused about that. And there's an article out there that says that the math has been added up for the Pacers lately, and I agree to that.
Well, no, I'm not confused. Now I see why. Because I think the number of home games that they have with this next win, they will probably keep a over 500 winning record. I believe that's how that would go. Don't quote me on that, but I believe that's how it would go. If I could do the math on it, yeah, I can. Yeah, I can let you know that for sure.
Okay. Yeah, let me know that if you can.
Yep.
The Pacers are 36-51 against the Spurs all time, including 21-22 record in Indianapolis. Yeah. But here's the interesting part. Despite the fact that the Pacers are 36-51 against the Spurs all time, including a 21-22 record in Indianapolis, prior to last season's win, Indiana had dropped its last 7 home games against the Spurs.
Well, can we change that number?
You want to change it to 8?
Yeah. Let's change it to 8.
Okay. All right.
Let's change it to 8.
Lastly but not least, Paul George needs 3 steals to reach 700 for his career. Jeff Teague needs 7 steals to reach the same milestone.
Let's go take a couple more games for him.
I think it's going to take a couple more games for both of them.
What, Paul George only needs 3 steals?
Yeah.
He can achieve that tonight.
He ain't getting that tonight.
He can sure try. He can sure try.
He can try, but he ain't getting it.
I think he might. He might be able to succeed.
He might have to do that against somebody like the 76ers.
Don't put them on blast like that. They have a good January record.
They do have a good January record, but he can defend against some of those people in Philadelphia.
And he might be able to defend. Look, he could be able to defend good people. What do you think he did with who was it? James Harden.
James Harden was hurt. Excuse me for that.
Is that the excuse you gonna come up with? James Harden was hurt. Paul George shut him down. He can get it.
Okay.
He can get it.
Okay.
I will say this. I will say this. He won't be able to get it against Kawhi Leonard, his matchup, but he can get it off of somebody else. But he won't get it off Kawhi Leonard. I can tell you that for sure.
Well, the only way I think he could be able to do that, I mean, Paul George is a great defender. The only way I think that he could actually be able to accomplish this feat tonight to get 3 steals, double team. Force turnovers. One-on-one situation, I don't think he could get it against Kawhi Leonard. But he could probably get it against if Manu Ginobili was playing tonight, maybe.
See, I think double team could be one good way of getting it, but I think the main way that he could be able to get it is reading the passes. I think that would be his way of getting it.
And when he's pretty good at doing it too, yeah.
Yeah, if he could read the pass and deflect it and be able to steal it, He don't have to intercept it. He could just, poke it, get the steal. Then yeah, that would be, to me, I think that would be the way he can get it. If he can read those passes, yeah, he'll be able to get it tonight. Man, we just went into a whole debate with that. My gosh.
I know. Absolutely. Yeah, just off those steals. Well, I just think personally, I can't see Paul George getting those steals.
No, I can't see Jeff T getting it tonight. That won't happen.
I agree to that. If anything, he'll probably get a steal. Maybe
that. Maybe. Right. Yeah. Okay. See what happens tonight.
Yeah. So, all right, Darren. Floor's yours.
Okay. Well, taking a look back at the team records, just like how you had mentioned, the San Antonio Spurs won the last matchup last year and not, of course, this year. Going into this game, San Antonio's 41-13 on the year, and the Pacers is 29-25 on the year. San Antonio ranks second in the West, and the Indiana Pacers rank 6th in the East. Hang on one second. I know what I forgot to do. I forgot to share. So here we have it. Yeah, you see it?
Yes, sir.
Okay. I don't know if everybody else can see it. If not, then that's fine. We'll make the adjustment for the next show. Looking right here, Pacers won 54% of their games. San Antonio won 76. I'm rounding it up. Pacers lost 46% of their games. San Antonio lost 24. Pacers on a 3-game losing streak. San Antonio just won, and I believe this is going to change to that W, and it's going to stay as that, but that's going to change to a W. This going to change to a 7. This going to change to an 8. I'm sorry, a 4.
But that's the killer part. Look at that. Look at the home record. What is that?
20-8 at home for the Indiana Pacers and 19-6 for San Antonio at home, but they are on the road. Looking at this, they are 22-7. So this is going to be a fairly good matchup right there and right there. 22-7, 20-8 at home. Pacers are at home. San Antonio is on the road. But as of the flip version, if San Antonio was at home, this is what it would look like. 19-6 and 9-7. We will all know how that would go out to be. That wouldn't even be no question.
Yeah, it wouldn't have been no question.
So now looking at this latest team stats, this is how they compare for tonight's matchup. 41% of rebounds, and San Antonio pretty much 44% of rebounds. Pacers shoot 46% in the field. San Antonio shoots 48%. That's going to hurt them. Same thing here. 3-pointers, 40% to Pacers, 37%. Now, free throws, both teams are definitely going to have to get to the line in order for them to win this game. They're definitely going to have to get on the line. Both teams are. Yes. So they're going to have to attack the basket fiercely. And the other thing for the Pacers to win tonight, if they want to win, they are going to have to be able to break San Antonio down to be able to have a wide open man. That wide open man must hit their shots. Mm-hmm. Pacers grabbed 33 rebounds. I think this is rebounds or –
yeah, it's rebounds. It's defensive rebounds.
Yeah, and San Antonio grabs 34. See, this is also what's going to hurt them right here, these offensive rebounds. San Antonio grabbed more offensive rebounds, so they need to be able to block out to win this game.
Well, they're going to have to block out Stretch Aldridge.
Yes. I don't know how they're going to do it, but they need to stretch him. They need to get him away from the basket, and the ball cannot bounce his way.
And tie his hand to his back.
Exactly. They're gonna have to keep him off the boards. If Pau Gasol was playing in this game, there'd be no way that the Pacers could stand a chance on rebound boards.
I agree.
They both stand out pretty much evenly on the steals. Assists pretty much stand out fairly even, but of course San Antonio leads it by 1. They both fairly stand out in blocks and turnovers. This right here, both teams cannot afford to keep doing this.
Yeah.
This is why San Antonio probably lost the game last night. I have no idea what their
individual stats was.
Right, and I had to look at that. But that right there shows this right here for me will determine, and I already know who's going to win the game just based off of this. Well, I have a good idea. I'm not going to say I know. I just have a good idea on that behalf. I have a very good idea.
Fair enough.
For them and the stats to look for the Indiana Pacers, San Antonio Spurs.
Okay. All right. We already looked at our previews. We did all of that. So let's go ahead and jump the gun here. I'm going to go ahead and do the predictions portions of this for tonight's game. All right, Darren. Floor is yours.
All right. So, again, Indiana Pacers, San Antonio Spurs, 7 o'clock on Fox. Darrell, who do you have in this game?
Straight up Spurs.
I'm winning.
War Warriors on the road.
Oh, yes. Oh, yes. There's no way. I got San Antonio in this game. I got them both in there. I got San Antonio in this game.
Yeah, I can't see the Pacers actually. Their defensive efforts are really going to have to play a big role if they want to shut down a team like San Antonio.
Yeah.
Especially with San Antonio, when we mentioned earlier with the Spurs. Well, as you mentioned earlier, that San Antonio being 22, 19-7 on the road?
No, they're 22-7 on the road. San Antonio.
22-7. Okay, they're 22-7 on the road. Now, even though they lost a road game last night to the Knicks, the Pacers are really going to have to match their abilities or how they dominated the Spurs last year.
Right.
They're going to have to do that. And that's the only way for me that they're going to win. And you look at the starters. You got Jeff Teague, Paul George, C.J. Miles, LaVoy Allen, and Miles Turner. And their matchups are Tony Parker, Danny Green, Kawhi Leonard, LaMarcus Aldridge, and Dwayne Dedmon.
Okay. To answer this question, San Antonio last night committed a total of 11 turnovers.
Ouch.
11. LaMarcus Aldridge did not commit a turnover. Kawhi Leonard had 3. Dwayne Dedmon had 2. Danny Green had 1. Now, this is a very good sign for San Antonio. Tony Parker did not commit a turnover at all on 4 assists. Now, Patty Mills committed 2. That's what's going to hurt them. Patty Mills had to hold down the game. He cannot commit those type of turnovers. I don't care if it is just 2. Manu Ginobili did not commit a turnover. David Lee committed 2. Kyle Anderson committed 1. And that's it. That's it. So most of everybody's trying to take care of the basketball. It's very obvious that they're trying to take care of the basketball, but they're going to have to work a lot harder not to be able to commit those type of turnovers.
I agree.
They're going to have to work very hard.
Agree. Yep. They're going to have to. To me, they're going to have to actually put some stuff together.
But here's the bad part about this. San Antonio, New York had 19 turnovers.
How did they win the game? Was free throws a factor?
New York went to the foul line 21 times and connected on 17. San Antonio went to the line 22 times and hit 18 of them. So free throws may not be
pretty much evened out. Yeah, so that really didn't even contribute to a factor.
Here's what may have contribute to that factor. Let me see if I got. Yep, this is what contributed to the factor. What contributed to the factor is that New York hit more of their 3-pointers to San Antonio.
Wow. Ouch. Yeah.
The Knicks went 9 for 14 as a team. San Antonio went 6 for 29.
29. You attempt 29 3-pointers and you only hit a half a dozen?
You want to know who took the majority of them?
I don't even want to know.
And this cannot happen tonight. If they want to win this game, this cannot happen.
Who hit majority of the threes?
No, not hit. Just took an attempt on most of them.
Who?
Danny Green.
Yeah, that can't happen. That can't happen. 10. Yeah, that can't happen.
That cannot happen. And you know how many did he hit?
Probably 2. I thought so.
Just 2. Manu Ginobili. Let's see. Yeah, Danny Green, Patty Mills, Manu Ginobili did not hit a 3 out of 4.
I think
Kawhi Leonard only hit 1. That cannot happen tonight.
Yeah, that can't.
They have to shoot the ball better, regardless. I don't care where they are on the floor. They got to shoot it better. That's no excuse.
I agree. So that is the predictions. This is what we think. We both believe that the Spurs are going to pull out tonight's game against the Indiana Pacers at Bankers Life Fieldhouse. Once again, that is a 7 o'clock game, and you can watch it on FS1, Fox Sports 1. Okay. In the meantime, final thoughts. What you got for me, Darren? You got any final thoughts?
Now you know I do. Now you know we talked.
Well, let me share some quick news real quick before you get to all of that. And I know what it is, but let me do this first. One second. Okay. As we mentioned earlier before we got on the air, we had mentioned that there was a report that came out that there was a trade with the Nuggets and the Blazers. Nuggets had traded Nurkic to Blazers for, I think it's Mason Plumlee or Miles Plumlee. Mason Plumlee.
Mason. He's plays the Gold State. Portland. Yeah, so it's Mason.
Okay, Mason.
Just played him in 2K. Could not handle me on the boards. Just throwing it out.
I bet he could.
Just throwing it out there.
I bet he couldn't.
He couldn't. Man, that dude had 2 fouls in the first quarter. 9 minutes left.
What about the rest of the game?
I didn't see him. They
they couldn't. Y'all can't evidently look like they
I didn't see him. I didn't see him. I barely go. I think I've got him maybe the last 2 minutes of the fourth quarter. I didn't see him.
He probably didn't commit a foul then, did he?
No, not in the final 2 minutes, no.
I didn't think so. Okay. Kevin Love will be out of tomorrow's game, Tuesday's game, with left knee pain. Zach LaVine will undergo surgery tomorrow. And it has been confirmed that Joel Embiid's knee injury is a torn cartilage. And also to mention, this was just thrown out there. There was a former NBA center, Fab Melo. He died, what was this, last night?
I believe it was.
No, Saturday night.
Okay.
He died Saturday night at the age of 26.
Oh, I was thinking of Quentin Moses.
Not Quentin Moses. Yeah,
I was thinking of him. I was thinking of him.
Yeah, also, just on the side note, yes, Quentin Moses, he that was confirmed that he had died in the house fire. Was that Saturday night also?
No, I think that was last night. I think
last night?
Early Sunday morning. I think it was.
Like
and if anybody don't know who he is, he was a former defensive end for the Miami Dolphins.
Yeah. So that was the pretty disappointing news between Fab Melo and Quentin Moses.
Mm-hmm.
Our thoughts and prayers go out to both of those individuals and their families.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Now, Darren, I know where you want to go with this. We're going to kick off a little preview of this.
We're going to kick off a little preview of the Charles Oakley debate. Me and Darrell had a conversation the other day and had some very, very strong viewpoints that me and him did not agree on, for one thing. Charles Oakley, as anybody don't know or do know, Charles Oakley got banned from Madison Square Garden after his altercation with James Dolan, the New York Knicks owner. I had an issue with it only just being Charles Oakley. Darrell felt that he should have been the only one, and I disagree. And the only reason why I disagree with that is I believe, in my personal theory, I have not looked into the story, which I will be doing later on today as a part 4 Twins debate, which you want to stay tuned to that. Well, we should have that show out tomorrow also. I believe somebody pushed Charles Oakley's buttons to get him into that type of situation. And I believe that somebody in Madison Square Garden, whoever was dealing with that situation, should have been suspended also.
Okay. Now, like I said, the whole detailed story hasn't really been out, but with the little facts that has been known, it has already been known now that he did come in. He was already belligerent. He already had a bad behavior going into the garden. Now, what we also know is that the chief staff has also got fired from that altercation too.
Good. That's all I need to know.
James Dolan did get rid of him and banned Oakley. And I did say at first, yes, this was Oakley's problem. And I personally believe it still is, because Oakley came in with that belligerent attitude like he always has had. People have said they have known anywhere from 15 to 25 years that he is a beloved person. Yes, I may not know Oakley as a individual.
You just know him on the basketball court.
I just know him on the basketball court. And that's how I seen him. He has always been the type for anybody to actually push his buttons when they trying to do a job. He wants to illiterate and attack that person for doing their job. You know, I look at old basketball games with him and seeing how he plays. The way he plays showed exactly how he was at the Garden that night at the game. That's just me. That's just me.
I don't think so. As a matter of fact, the facts, I hadn't even read the facts on him actually being in Madison Square Garden already acting belligerent. I have not even read that. I have not seen any facts on that yet. And like I said, I'm going to look all that up and I'm going to do all my research and stuff like that when it comes down to, tomorrow's show. But I'm just going to say this. I don't think Oakley is all responsible for everything that happened. He's not responsible.
I think about 95% responsible.
I think he's about 50. I think he goes half and half. I think he go half and half, because you just think about our surroundings. Just think about that for a minute. And that's all I'm going to say about that. Just think about that.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. But in the meantime, that is a preview of the Charles Oakley debate that we're having, that we're going to have that debate and have that out tomorrow, hopefully, if everything works out the way we want to. But in the meantime, that ends our edition of Double Take Sports Talk, our first episode of the NBA, of course, season, which the season started a long time ago.
Yeah. Our season just starting now.
Yeah, our season's just starting now. So, yeah, that ends that. If you like what you see, give the video a like. And if you have any comments, concerns, how you feel about the show, whatever, just comment on the comment section below. And we'll go from there. We'll read off. We're here. Just let us know how you feel about the show, anything like that. And then there's other podcasts out there that you can also enjoy and watch. Until then, I'm Darrell. Opposite side, Darren.
Yep.
All right. Catch up with us on another episode of Double Take Sports Talk with the Watch Brothers. Until then, ciao. This is Double Take Sports Talk with the Watch Brothers. I'm Darrell Watts. If you enjoyed the podcast and would like to see more, check out our videos on YouTube. And while you're there, subscribe, like, and share our videos. We don't mind. We're also on the social media side, where you can catch up on the latest news and developer stories and different stat information. Follow us on Twitter at DTST2414. Or you can follow me, Darrell, at Love University, and follow Darren also at DarrenWatch14. We're on Facebook also, Double Take Sports Talk page at the Watch Brothers. Darren's is Darren Watts on Facebook, and I am myself, Darrell Watts II on Facebook. We got the blog, Feature Critical Thinking and Analysis, so you can check that out at doubleTakeSportsTalk.blogspot.com. Thanks again.